That was loud, huh? Hey, Marlena, how are we doing tonight?
Been a minute, yo.
It's been quite a few minutes, actually, right?
Too many minutes.
Too many minutes. Yeah, well, Joshua was supposed to be here tonight, but not really. He's here with us in spirit. He's involved in this project right now. And when he's done, we're going to announce it to the world, okay? But he's been working on this night and day for the past several months. So he's very anxious to get it finished, and we'll debut it when the time is right. You know what I'm talking about because you've seen it before, right?
Oh, there's so many things happening behind the scenes, man.
Right, no kidding, right? Okay, well, his new location will be really something that a lot of people in the fashion industry will love. Let's put it that way. And I believe that you actually might end up having some of your Nouveau networking events there as well, maybe in the future.
Are you trying to tell me something?
I'm trying to tell you something, yes. I'm trying to tell you that this place is going to be so cool, you definitely want to be there.
Well, this is news to me.
Okay, all right, no, you remember when we went through it. Okay.
We're going through a lot.
Well, okay, all right. That is definitely true. We've been going through a lot. All right. So we have a guest coming up in just a few minutes, but we want to talk about what we've got going on. Okay. So that means next week we've got. We've got.
It's June 16th, and this is going to be. Oh, this is me.
Okay. So I knew it was somebody had their volume on.
So this is going to be June 16th. Denise Hajar.
Correct.
Model, drink, or eat, drink, and model.
There you go.
Eat, drink, and model for sure. And yes, I will be in attendance, but I won't just be there. I will actually be on the runway. So
yes,
this is going to be my second time modeling for Denise Hajar in her own fashion show. So it's a little different. I did model for Denise's stuff before, but she definitely asked me once again to be a part of her fashion show and walk for her design. So
cool.
I'm super enthusiastic about it. It's pretty awesome to see people still striving and thriving, and the proceeds will be going to an all-girls school.
Yes, the Woodward School for Girls.
Yes,
in Quincy, Massachusetts. A very good cause.
I love that. I feel like, and this is a school that there's not a lot of funds coming in anyways. Well, considering what's happening so far, we just got to be able to prioritize what is important in our future is important, which is the youth, right? So I just love her movement, what she's about, what she got going on, and I resonate with that and I align. So I'm cool with it.
Very good. And after that, what do we got?
There's a few other things behind the scenes, but the most major thing is going to be on June 28th. Can we get a drum roll?
We can get some cheering.
It's going to be Swim Boston. So if you haven't got your tickets yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. You got to make sure you show up and show out, like these designers, like these models, and you have an opportunity to network with us in real time. You get to see the production. Also, the most prestigious location is the Boston Harbor Distillery, and you got to see what they got going on.
That's just such a cool place.
We
played the video several times. I'm not gonna play it again, but you can see it on the website. I think you can see it also on our regular channels, and the Boston Harbor Distillery. Check it out. It's really great. And actually, within a week or so, even before, I think right before Swim Boston, they're going to be opening up a new location.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
On the Kennedy Greenway. Okay, so you got to check out their new location. It's almost done. They were just waiting to get the permits and all that other stuff. And it's going to be fantastic. So you can buy the Boston Harbor Distillery products there. You can have a nice little drink right on the Kennedy Greenway. I think they have a location inside the airport too. And the other, I have to check this out. I think today on their Instagram, I saw a little video about this chocolate that's infused with their liqueurs.
Wow!
So when I go there in 2 weeks,
spirits, yeah, they're spirits.
The spirits. I gotta try that chocolate. I mean, I'm not trying to get drunk, but it sounded so delicious.
Well, the
sounded
most coolest thing about the Boston Harbor Distillery is that they do make their own spirits.
Yeah.
So it's not like just a generic place where you go and get these things. It's more
Right.
like they're manufacturing them. They are brewing them. So it's not only you're putting in a bottle and you're buying the bottle. It's actually a whole production that goes right behind it. And, they're very passionate about what they do and they're expanding. Wow. And they're making new products. Wow. Even wowzers. So I'm really excited for Rhonda. I know Jeff is a part of her team and everybody else that's a part of her team.
Yeah.
We are rooting for you and much more success.
Absolutely. So, Swim Boston, June 28th. That'll be from 7:30 for the VIPs, 8:30 for the regular crowd.
Yeah.
I believe 7:30 and 8:30. Yeah.
And hey, even if you don't even want to show up for Swim Boston, can you show up for Rhonda
Yeah,
in Boston
absolutely.
Harbor Distillery?
And
just show up.
we can announce our guest host.
You have to. I think
All
this is a wait before
be fun.
before we dive in deep in
dive deep into it.
Before we dive deep into that, this is okay. So as part of leadership, we like to put people in the mix and we are expanding. And while we are expanding, we want to have different avenues of the industry. So not only fashion, not only networking, not only production, but also nightlife. We also do entertainment, music. So this is a really great way. And this person has been a part of what we've been doing since like a year or so now.
More than that, yeah.
Some time now, and we love people that are faithful and loyal to the brand, the mission, and our values align, and we actually want to expand even more because you just can't do things by yourself all the time.
Right,
you have to have a
right.
team, and you got to have people around you that encourage you and uplift you. So
I
further
wish I
ado,
had a drum roll right now because that would be so appropriate, wouldn't it?
I'm working on my language, and I'm working on my public speaking. So this is where
Oh, you're gonna just tap on the table.
yeah.
Tap on
We got to do that.
Okay. Well, our guest host for the event for Swim Boston is Bam the drummer. Okay.
Whoa.
So Bam the drummer, he's been phenomenal the past few years, appearing at our events, and he's just such a people person. That everybody just really loves.
Well, he does great things.
He does a lot of great things.
And
but he's a great musician, number one.
Right.
But he's also a party person. He gets the crowd going.
I didn't think we were segueing with Bam here.
Well, yeah. No. This is we're doing both. Don't worry.
Okay.
We're gonna do a good intro for the other person as well.
Yeah, because we can't forget about that.
No, absolutely not. But our guest host is Bam the drummer, and
Yes.
he's just phenomenal. I caught you off guard. You would think
You really did.
I zigged and you zagged. Okay, but that's okay because everyone's going to be coming together for this one big event. We're going to merge. We're zigging and zagging now, but we're going to merge.
We're connecting
merge
the
into
dots.
one big blob on that night. Okay, and I say that because it's actually true. By the time we actually start that show, we are so tired, but we power through it. But yes, that's going to be part of it. Hey, you know what? Let's talk about the casting. We had a casting at BOGO Split a couple of weeks ago, and a lot of people came in, and that was great. Love seeing you come in there and basically walk down the runway and show us what you got. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to show.
Well, we got to make sure.
First of all, you were there.
Yeah.
Leah, who's also helping with Swim Boston this year as a coordinator, is also assistant director. Now, how many models did you see that day?
Oh, so almost 30 models.
Almost 30
showed
models.
up in attendance.
Okay. Now this is for, I believe, 15 slots. Is that correct?
About.
Something like that. 12 to 15, something like that. So you had to see 30 models, and I think a few more wanted to be there, but they couldn't make it. So we've made other arrangements for online casting at that point. So I believe over 55 models signed up?
Yeah,
Is that-
about 60.
60 models. Okay, there you go. I knew you had the right numbers. So that in and of itself is really fantastic because that's twice as many as last year. So
Yeah.
I want to thank you for that.
And it's the people that we're working with, okay?
Right.
And it's honestly, whether you are a beginner, intermediate, professional, whether you're seasoned, getting into the industry, and you don't know where you're at in this realm of so many platforms and so many things to get into, it was so great to see how many people signed up. It was so great to see how many people showed up and that continue to support us on social media. I think this is this is an important time where we got to stay connected in some sort of, avenue. And whether that's online, whether that's in person, we have so much gratitude for the people that actually reach out to us and tell us, yo, you guys are doing it. Like, keep going. We love you guys. Like,
thank you for that.
That's very empowering. That's so uplifting. That's very supporting for us. And we are a platform that wants guidance and education and, a little bit of a lawyer here and there. Okay. Because it's just so important, because we're not only dealing with young professionals, but we have people that are parents. We have people that have businesses. And when you are a part of an organization or a company or you're an individual, you got to be around the right frequency. And while you're around the right frequency, you can understand what is best for you, right? It's not about the people. It's not about the company. It's not about the organization. It's about the frequency. If you feel like you're in the right space, if you feel like it's a safe space, then that's where you're supposed to be. And the people that are not supposed to be around you, the organizations that are not supposed to be with you in that season, or they just trickle off like leaves on a branch, because we are into summer now.
We're already in the fall. Did I miss something? Did we skip?
No, but we have new leaves.
Okay, we have new leaves.
We have new leaves.
Yes, now we have new leaves.
And we are planting new seeds.
Okay, very good.
So while we are planting new seeds and we're watering them and we're giving them some sunlight, because I hope everybody went outside today and got some,
And the Boston area is a pretty nice warm
It's
day.
very nice. It was very nice tonight.
Nice and warm. So you tell you what.
night.
Okay. Also, I want to make sure that people know that the ones that did come for the casting of Swim Boston were also basically casting for the Fashion Awards in the fall too.
Well,
We're
we're
trying to look at everybody.
you will be part of a pool,
Yes, a pool.
right?
Yeah.
So it's not it
Under
doesn't mean-
consideration. Let's put it that way.
I like that better, because we're not promising anybody that,
No.
hey, you're going to be part of a list or, pay attention.
We wanted to make it
and
worth
stuff like
your
that.
while to say you were actually being cast for being thought of for both.
Yes,
not just one.
You were thought for both, and what I loved about what we did during that day at BOGO Split for the casting call is that we didn't have them just do one type of strut.
Yeah. Okay. Strut.
Right? It was
walk.
the walk was you have to be fierce. The second one was bubbly, fun, summery, like Miami vibes, right? Miami Fashion Week. And your personality. So whether your personality was fierce and bubbly at the same time, or a little smirk or a little
How
laugh,
can you pull fierce and bubbly at the same time?
I do it all the time.
You do it. Okay.
I'm very flexible.
Okay.
We're adaptable here. Now,
multi-talented.
I wanted that for a specific reason, because when people are on the runway or when they're casting, a little Marlena 101 is that, or confidence building 101 is when you are on a runway, it's not all about the fierce look. Okay, it's also about your personality. You're not only being casted for, or you're not being only seen for the walk, for the runway, essentially. You're actually being considered either for commercial, right? For other avenues in this industry, because performer media isn't just fashion shows. We do many things. And one of the things that we do is broadcasting and on-air personality. I can just go on.
Yes, you could. So I'm going to stop you because we have a video too. I want to show them this video.
We sure do. And
I want to show them this video.
This video was produced. I don't know which video you're going to be showing.
That's right, because I produced it.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to show this video.
Oh, you okay?
Okay, I'm going to show this video of a little bit behind the scenes of that casting, and then we'll come back with. We'll come back and I'll let you introduce our guest the way you were trying to introduce. Yes, again. But
time is the essence, man.
Okay, time is of the essence. So we're going to show this video, and I'll shut up, and we'll just show the video. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Whoa, very good, Marlena. Very good.
The producer himself, Michael Zotos.
Yes, we had some clips from Danny in there too. So let's give Danny a shout out.
So Danny in the moment shots, he's part of. I've been knowing him since 2 years ago when we did Swim Boston and Alba.
Okay.
So
on the roof deck.
Yeah, on the roof deck. So when I first met him, he's like, I really love what you guys are about. I really love what you guys are doing. Let me know what's going on. And he's flourished in the industry so far. He's in Lawrence, he's in Lowell, he's in Boston. So what I appreciate is when people let me know, like, hey, I want to be a part of what you're doing. And that makes my job so much easier. So
there you go. All right, let's get to our guests. Okay.
Hey.
So now you can do the big ta-da. Okay, you ready? Go for it. It's on you now. Go ahead.
This woman here, she's not only a person that we developed some type of rapport. However, she is an important pillar, right, in this industry. So let's welcome Woman in Nightlife.
There you go, Stephanie. Yay.
She did come out of work.
Yes. Okay. So she's in work mode.
And she's like, I'm gonna put my hair down, and I'm like, stop. You look good. You look so hot like this.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Nice to
you got a
see
different
you
hair
guys.
color since the last time you've been here.
Yes. Finally.
You're going light for
Back
the
to
summertime, huh?
Yes, I'm not going back either.
Oh, you're not going back, huh?
Staying
That's
this
new to
way.
me.
This is my
Okay, you like it that way.
This is my natural color. Yeah. I
That's
gotta
your
stay
natural
this
color?
way. I mean, it's a little darker.
I won't tell. Don't worry. Nobody's watching. All right, cool. So you've been up to a lot lately. I think the last time you were here was before your event in Cambridge, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Which was fantastic, by the way. Really loved that.
March
a lot of
9th?
good energy.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I mean, I loved everything you did there that night. But that was a nice restaurant, too. It's cute. They had different rooms. You have different people in different rooms. You have the main room, of course.
Yeah.
And then you had all these little displays, little food displays. Very, very nicely done. So, yeah, congratulations to you.
Could not have done it without Marlena.
I know that. Yeah, well, that was your first. That was your first event that I attended that you did. So yeah, I was pretty impressed. We brought the photo booth there for you for that night.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
That was fun. That was fun.
It was very cool.
Yeah,
and
a lot of people enjoyed that.
Right. And your message behind it, what you even wanted to produce during that day or that night, essentially, was what? Take the show. Like, what was the purpose of this?
I mean, since I started, I feel like the best way for women in the nightlife industry to kind of band together and form a little club is to just meet each other. And I feel like the best way to do that is to throw networking events for women that work in the nightlife industry. So that was my main goal. But then it was also my 1 year anniversary. It was your 1 year anniversary. It was Sheldon's two year anniversary. And I think we found that out as we were talking about it. So it was really cool. It was like a big fat anniversary party. It was really fun, and I think
very special too.
Yeah, it was. I don't think I had this whole big idea for this party, and just it really puts things into perspective how much you take on for yourself and how much you realize you can do as one person until two people like you and Sheldon come and help. And I'm like, holy crap, I would have never been able to do this by myself. So
team effort is always the best, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing about this is that even if Stephanie was like, hey, Marlena, can you help me out? I would have been like, yes, because I understand what you're trying to do in the bigger picture, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is not just a one and done. This was something that you have longevity for. You want to see growth and advocacy,
right? And
all these avenues holistically, organically. Mm-hmm. We're women,
and everybody starts somewhere.
You have to.
If it's small, but it'll grow, and you have to be consistent.
Yeah, I like the seminar. Well, I won't call it a seminar. Let's say an informational segment that you had, because the whole night was not just the whole night was networking, information, eating. You had some great stuff there too. Hats off to the restaurant.
Thank you to Sheldon. He was such a rock star.
Yeah. Sheldon, yes, Sheldon does a lot of public outreach, and he pulls in a lot of sponsors and partners, and he's amazing. He's amazing. Dive Bar Caviar, he is his company. Just I don't even know how he does. I don't know how he does it. He produced all of these goodie bags that were filled to the brim. of stuff. Like he's absolutely
And the value of
amazing.
those things were
Value.
$500 worth.
Yes.
So
yeah.
this is what he does specifically, and he's great at what he does. So I'm really excited to see what else he has in store. He's also a person behind the scenes as well. So I hope you're watching this, Sheldon. We love you so much. And we hope to collab soon. I mean, like that wasn't just one and done either. I feel like this can be a continuation. But I know you have other stuff coming up too.
Yes. I told myself after that last event, I was like, I'm taking a break. And then I didn't. So
That's the way it is with us. People like
know.
us. You know what I mean? So what do you got coming up?
Okay, so there is an events company called Boston Open Decks, and they're younger, but they have a strong passion for music, and they've been to through the London nightlife scene, and when they came here, they wanted to bring that here, and they really wanted to create community though. So plus their strong passion for music, so they created an Open Decks night, which is first come first serve. You throw your name in a hat if you're a DJ, and you get picked out of that hat, and you can play a 30-40 minute set, and that's how people get your name out there. So I am collaborating with them and another Open Decks company, and also a female DJ collective called Women.Wave. It's run by Sierra DJ Citrine, and she's also been doing this for a while now. She's very, very pro-feminist. Like she's amazing. Amazing person. So the three of us kind of got together, and we were like, there weren't a lot of women showing up for the Boston Open Decks event. They were kind of showing up more for the all-female Open Decks event. So we really want people to we love that people are showing up, and it's not really about men versus women. We want everybody to hear each other and support each other. So that's what that event is.
A balance.
So that'll be July 16th.
Oh,
Thursday.
July 16th.
Yes.
People, you heard it.
About a month from now.
Yes.
So the nightlife in Boston now is buzzing. This past week in Boston's proper, they allowed certain venues, certain bars, certain establishments to extend their closing time to 3 a.m. because of the World Cup. Now it's not just because, because the games are playing in Boston area, but this is because some of the games are being played in LA, and they don't start till midnight. So they're going to like 2:30 in the morning, 3 in the morning. So the fans in this area can now go out, have a great time, and stay until 3 o'clock in the morning.
This is a test, people.
It is a test. That's the whole point.
Screw it up.
Do not screw it up.
Exactly.
If you screw this up and you don't know how to behave.
Right.
Also, I have to say,
please
all
talk about this.
The hospitality workers and the restaurant workers, I totally understand you all. They're not necessarily happy about it.
I know.
They have to stay an hour later. There's no transportation to take them home.
Right.
It's a pain in the butt to have to stay a full hour later because they're not leaving at 3 a.m. They're leaving an hour later plus.
Sure.
Right.
And it's just, and I've worked night shift before, and I completely understand that. Yeah. So all I have to say is that if they have to stay there an hour later, we might as well make it busy for them.
Yes,
wouldn't it be a good idea?
Out of them. Sorry, no.
Wouldn't it be a good idea if the establishments themselves took care of transportation for their employees? They're going to be making extra money during that hour.
So okay? I talked to somebody today, and she said that it not necessarily makes more. And I don't know if that's because like they're not really sure if they'll get that the amount of people in there for that last hour, because a lot of people are used to going home at 2 a.m. Right.
Yeah, but I mean, these are soccer fans. They're going to stay till the end of the game.
Yeah, well,
no matter what.
Okay. Yeah, so that's why I was like, if they have to stay an hour later, we might as well make it busy for all of them. So I've been posting every single bar and club that's staying open until 3 in hopes that, we'll populate them.
So just so people know that they are going to extend the MBTA as well, but not for the workers, but for the people that go. So the MBTA will be running till at least 2 o'clock or something like that. They can extend it at least an hour, I believe, in certain situations. That's what I heard anyway. Do you think that this
Well, allegedly.
Well, no, yeah. If the MBTA is running, yeah, you have to say that, I suppose.
Yeah.
With the MBTA. Now, we could say that this is a test. It really is. And don't forget, this is not just the bars and venues too. By the way, there's going to be certain areas that will be open container for the first time.
Yeah, I haven't
does that
looked
mean?
into that.
I don't know if
very
that
much
one will
because-
work as well as maybe because when you're at a venue and a bar, they know how to handle certain individuals. But if you're out in the open in public, I'm just hoping that everyone stays
Oh,
smart.
so you can have an open container now?
Yeah,
Allegedly?
outside.
allegedly.
And
Allegedly open
I
container?
might be out there.
Ah.
Well, if you're responsible, fine. I don't see
Sure.
any issue with that.
No,
we-
but if
we
you're
have to
over here
talk about the
causing
people that
havoc, just stay home.
Tend to get irresponsible. That's the ones we have to talk about.
Yeah.
So let's hope everything goes smoothly and they don't mess it up for others.
And I have to say, Corinne Reynolds made that happen.
I can imagine she did.
She told
right.
me all about
The director
all
of
the
Boston
stuff.
Nightlife. I don't hear. There we go. That's good. Good. Let's give her a nice round of applause too.
Yes.
Okay, that's for Corinne. Yes, and she was at your event
Yes, she
in April. Okay, so
No, in March.
March, yeah.
this is for the World Cup. This is during the World Cup, and there's only certain venues that can do it. Actually, you know what? We were at the Liberty a couple weeks ago and doing a live broadcast there, and they're going to be setting up these huge big screen TVs. And I was just thinking about this new 3 a.m. thing. At the Liberty, you could stay there anyway, no matter what, because
Pretty
it's an open 24-hour rotunda. They get people coming in and out all the time. So if you go to the Liberty,
alcohol pass too, though.
oh no, I'm saying, but
Yeah,
I'm just saying
yeah,
they could still watch the game in its entirety at the Liberty if they wanted to.
That's very
So I got to give a little plug to the Liberty because they've been good to us. So if you want to go see a game in a nice environment, you can get food, you can get drinks, you can watch the game on these big monitors, and you can stay as long as you need to stay. So
And hey, and if your team doesn't win, please do not. Please.
suck it up, Buttercup.
Just
Yeah.
pat yourself on the back for showing up, being in the room. If you got a lot of what can you say? What is this?
The World Cup started today, by the way. The World
You
Cup,
know what I mean?
Yeah.
the World Cup
but-
started this afternoon where Mexico won
Spread love.
over South Africa
you know what?
2-0.
And I'm so excited that so many people from around the world are coming here for the very first time. And that
Yes.
Boston, I know Boston is always so like, oh yeah. But they kind of remind me of like the dad that never wanted a cat, you know? But they'll never admit that they like the cat.
That's
But
I
they'll
love
admit
soccer.
that they like
Angela
the World Cup.
knows that we
yeah.
Angela Cornacchio loves soccer too. She loves it.
Yeah, I just think that we're just not very used to watching soccer. I think that's the problem. But
we
I feel
call it
like,
soccer here, though.
Yeah,
Yeah. Football.
Yeah.
Football.
But
I saw two of the team buses today. They were on Route 128 or Route 90,
Cool.
95 South. Yeah, 95 South, heading towards Foxborough.
Do you know-
And they shut it down for the two buses that came through, one bus after another, and then all the state police blocked all the traffic
Oh, that's
at
so
what 6 o'clock,
cool.
rough between 5:30 and 6. Of course, I don't think people that were on that side. I was on the opposite side, so it didn't phase me at all. But yeah, two of the team buses went right by us, so they're treating them like dignitaries right now.
nice. Yeah.
So yes, welcome to Boston, and they get the first game is this Saturday. So I think that's when the 3 a.m. goes into effect this Saturday, right? Right. So I don't.
I guess.
I don't think they started it today. I think they're gonna start it Saturday for the first. I don't know for sure. Maybe they'll start tomorrow, being a Friday.
I think
being
it's
right
Los
before the weekend.
Angeles starting off. Los Angeles is starting off first, and then it's like trickling down.
Okay.
So I don't allegedly. So
The
don't even,
first game was today in Mexico City. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, that
Got it,
was
got it.
today. I don't know the rest of the schedule. I do know they're playing 101 games. I also checked to
Okay.
see only 3 of the games are actually starting at midnight. So only 3 games at midnight. But still, I think it's great that they're trying this out to see how it works. In a real sense, they need to do this to make sure that Boston becomes an international destination. Because
Have to.
Because if you go to Europe, now Stephanie, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Europe, you've been there. You just came back from there. Tell us what it's like in Europe, the nightlife there. You've got firsthand experience, and it's all in your memory right now. It's fresh.
Well, they adopted house music like a long time ago.
Yep.
And they're very used to it. They love it. Actually, Germany just made their nightclubs an art form, and like nightlife like an art form, so that because there were a lot of nightclubs that were dying per the usual. That's like everywhere around the world, unfortunately. But they found a way to preserve them by making them this like art form. So I find that really cool. So that just is a testament to Europe and how much they value their nightlife out there. And yeah, and they're all so very nice. Like they are all so talkative to each other, and they dance. Oh, everybody dances.
No one's on their phone?
I don't know. I mean, not as much though. Not as much.
No,
but
okay.
Not as much at all. But yeah, they love their nightlife.
So they know how to do it right.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm not saying they don't have problems. Everybody has some problems here and there, of course.
Yeah.
But they've been conditioned to behave in a certain way, to do certain things that don't upset their neighbors, that don't upset the authorities. Okay, and they behave themselves.
Well,
and they become a world destination because of it.
Sure. And
Yeah.
I love that you mentioned something about, because you've also went to Europe as well. So you have some knowledge with that. I personally haven't went to Europe. But I met 2 exchange students that
Okay.
are from Germany.
Okay.
And one was either Jamaican and Germish or African and Germish. And I don't even know, German. There we go.
Yeah, it sounds like a disease. What did you get? I get
Do not quote
Germish.
me like that. So, not for nothing,
Sorry,
he was the
keep going.
only
At the
dark
hospital
skin
today.
in his area. So, he was just going on, and he was a really cool guy. They both looked like models. I was like, so how long are you here till? They were like, we were only here for a year. So they got to travel all, the northeast,
That's awesome.
right?
Yeah.
And just see what it was like. And they were like, there was a lot that we saw here. And I'm like, now you have to go back. And he's like, yeah, we have to go back. We have to go work our actual jobs because they were doing it for school.
Right.
And they have to do a report or an essay essentially about what they learned,
Oh,
quote
wow.
unquote, in America.
Hope it was good.
Right. But they loved everything about
That's good.
here. And what they're going to be taking the value here over there is just like, I guess, understanding culture.
Well,
I
so
think
what
that's the best
did
thing.
they say anything about the nightlife in this area? I'm curious.
They said that it's not as big as it is in Europe.
Yeah.
And
We're trying.
we're doing our best, but there's rules for a reason. I'm sure when there was hours, people were staying out later. There's a reason for that.
The only time they've allowed 3:00 closings was New Year's Eve in this area. That's maybe one special occasion here or there, but nothing like this ever before. So this is a really huge leap for Boston to try it. And Corinne, thank God she is got through to them. Let's just hope that this can be a catalyst for something bigger and better. And you know what? I think if they do eventually decide, okay, maybe Friday and Saturdays we can do 3:00. Maybe the T and others can help figure this out so they can have later runs for the trains and the buses, or maybe figure some other form of transportation to help the employees and whatnot to make this work for everybody. My feeling is this: when you have, and a lot of people will probably debate this, if you have a later closing and you sort of gradually close. Now, here's what I'm talking about. So let's say you had a last call at 2:00 still, but you kept the clubs going till 3:00, meaning partying, dancing, having fun. They might still have a drink left over, but
Get
okay.
tired.
But I'm just saying, it's more like what do you go to the club for? Do you go to drink, or do you go to party and have a good time, or meet people?
Good time.
So
for
the
me.
people that go to drink can't drink after 2:00. They'll leave. Okay. The people that go to have fun, party, will stay and still have that fun and party. So they'll be like, yeah, okay, we got rid of the drinkers. We don't need them to have a good time. And so those people will leave a little later. So you're having like a staggered exit from the club. And then what I was thinking is, why not stay open till 4? And then at 3:00, you can have like a what we call a wind down hour. So let's say the lights come up a little, so the music turns soft, and people can talk to each other and get to know each other. That's when you can do a real hookup, if you really want to.
I don't think sweating all night.
Well, no, hey, listen, you can serve
and look at
coffee.
each other.
But I'm saying the people that want to party can leave at 3:00, and the people who want to continue a conversation or get to know somebody, or maybe they can serve a breakfast buffet. People go out to eat. You can serve it right then and there. The venue might actually love that because they can make more money.
I do like the food idea.
Yeah, so they can put some food in them.
at
But
a
saying
certain time.
this would be a great way to people to
coffee.
easily or gradually leave the venue. It would be quieter in the neighborhoods. The authorities can handle the crowds much easier. There wouldn't be as much traffic. So I'm thinking this might be a great idea in areas that, of course, it's not like a neighborhood. It's not residential. But in certain areas, like in the theater district, places like that, it might work out pretty well. I'm just saying it's just a thought. And if the trains are running and everything else is running, that would be amazing. Everybody could make some money. Everybody could enjoy a nice night out, and there'd be less confusion and less chaos. That's just my theory. So I'm putting it out there and I'm patenting it right now. So hopefully Corinne can hear this and say, geez, that's a pretty damn good idea, Mike. Let's see if we can do that. I'm willing to bet that this has probably been done somewhere. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it hasn't. But why not do something similar to that? So in other words, you have a hard cutoff for alcohol. Because one of the biggest problems we have in this city, 2:00 is closing time, and at 1:45 they'll announce last call.
30.
Well, 1:30, even 1:30. But then people buy a few drinks and they'll down them so quickly, and it's still in their system. The system hasn't had time to metabolize that alcohol when everyone's being shoved on the street at 2:00. Okay, but if we did it this way, gradually, then people have time to metabolize that alcohol. And like I said, some people can leave early, some people can leave later. It won't be as chaotic. Even the 3:00 only closing would be better than just 2:00, in my opinion. So that's my 2 cents worth for what it's worth. But at least they're trying it now to see what happens. And it is technically with people that are there to watch the soccer games.
Yeah, but that I feel like there's an intention behind this. That's why they're staying up at 3 a.m. I don't feel like they need to be up at 3 a.m. every weekend. Like there's
True.
People love their sleep. People deserve to relax. And as far as the ones that are working, especially if you're opening up like an early bird, you're already waking up early. You have to open up your shop or your club or whatever. I know some clubs open at like 10
Well,
p.m. I understand that. Hold
flies.
on.
Okay.
1 minute. Now, considering the ones that are there early and then they do close later, let's say it doesn't have to be everyone. If there's a certain amount of spots and they want to do like a pool of people like, hey, I'll consider myself for opening up until 3 a.m. That's an option, right? But if you say everybody across the board needs to be open until 3 a.m.
They
No, I don't think everyone has
Come
to.
on now.
Yeah.
Well, it comes down to personal responsibility, okay? If somebody has to be up early to open or do whatever they have to do, they should be responsible enough to know that they have to leave earlier, okay? But why should that take away from someone else's enjoyment that doesn't have to open up at 8:00 in the morning or anything else like that? I really think that these people, and a lot of them don't even go out to the clubs until 2 or 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. In New York, even later. Miami later, okay?
Just go to Las Vegas. Go travel. Have something to do.
Yeah, you could always do that 24/7 there. But like in Miami, they close at 5, and then sometimes they'll close for 1 hour and then open up for the day parties at 6:00 in the morning. Great. If you live in Miami, that's fine. They get great weather for it and they can do that. But here in Boston, yeah, okay, fine. Things are a little bit more conservative here. But I think that maybe a few venues here and there open till 3 or something.
want
That
to.
I think maybe they should give it a shot after this period to see how it works and to give the locals a chance, because don't forget this
Or
3
maybe
a.m.
happy hour.
Yeah, well,
You could try happy hour too.
this 3 a.m. thing is going to be primarily geared towards people visiting, but hopefully it can turn into something more local as well later on. But we'll see. But yes, I think it should be targeted to areas that are obviously non-residential and places that can handle the traffic flow at that time of the morning and whatnot, and maybe work out some way of transportation for the people that have to work. Because yes, they do work hard, and we don't want them feeling that they have to pay out of
I'm
pocket.
about to start my own business
They-
and take them all home.
Okay, Stephanie's.
Another business.
I was going to try. Stephanie's lift.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, that would be cool. It would be actually you might be thinking about a brand new business there. That's a pretty
Hey.
good. Somebody might come up with.
Downloads
Yeah.
in real time.
Let's get this all done, folks.
Some
Right.
investors, yeah.
But yeah, there's no reason. And then when you have conventions in Boston and people visit from all over the world for these conventions, they'll see Boston in a different light. It's like, yeah, Boston is really fun, place to go out and party and have a good time, and we felt safe there. That's important too. People have to feel safe at these venues.
Yeah.
If stuff starts happening, that's going to defeat the whole purpose of why they're trying this in the first place.
Yeah.
So yeah, behave yourselves, please. And look at me, I'm my age and I'm still endorsing this, okay?
I know,
I'm not a
it's
club
crazy.
person anymore. Come on, I aged out quite a while ago. But I would like to see everyone enjoy their...
It's about
enjoy
a vibe. It has
Yeah, I
nothing
want to see
do
them
with
enjoy
that.
their time out there and have a good time. I feel like everybody
Still
deserves
enjoy your
it.
time, Michael.
I've had my time. Don't worry about it. I've sold my musical party oats, if you want to call that. But yeah, but I'm being a DJ all those years too, so I'd love watching people have a good time. All right. So, and that dancing, having it, meeting people, that's part of life. You gotta have that flip side of work. Look at Stephanie now. She just came right from work. Okay. She offsets her hard work life as a nurse in the nightlife industry. It's a great balance, don't you think?
It is a great balance.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. And that's your fun. That's your thing to enjoy
Saving
and
people
unwind.
during the day, partying in the night.
Yeah, exactly. She wears 2 capes.
Two different worlds.
2
yeah.
uniforms. Okay.
Love that.
And yeah, so for people that work hard and have, and put their efforts in and contribute to society, why can't they go out and have a great time and enjoy themselves?
Absolutely.
Well, and not have to be cut off at 2:00 in the morning and deal with all that craziness out there. And I do feel bad sometimes for the local police that have to deal with something,
Yeah.
the craziness,
Yeah.
because obviously the idiots make it bad for a lot of others. And it would be nice if we can ease up things for them too, make it easier for them.
Definitely.
So yeah, we've got everyone in mind and everyone's safety in mind and everyone's enjoyment in mind too. That's important. So let's hope and pray it works. All eyes will be on this for a while. Now, some cities decided not to. I noticed that as well, like Revere. Revere said dead no to it. Okay, we don't want to try it. We don't want to attempt it. We think it's not structured right or something like that. I don't remember all their excuses. I think also they said wasn't enough time. But I was like, if Boston can set it up, I can't imagine why Revere couldn't. But then again, some of the I think Revere was. They don't have they don't have the experience maybe that some of the Boston venues have. I'm guessing.
yeah.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't even know.
I
but
can't speak for out
I'm
of
sure
authority.
somebody from Rivera will get mad at you about that.
Yeah,
Well,
I
you know
have
what
no
I'm saying.
experience.
No, I'm
I
just
don't-
saying-
I don't listen. I don't know.
You know what I'm
but-
saying though.
yeah,
I'm saying
but
the people in Boston
the
at the industry, the
maybe.
structure.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more on the professional side. Revere is more like a neighborhood bar
Yeah,
type of thing. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to.
It's like, yeah.
I'm not putting
it's,
Revere down in any way, shape,
No,
or
no, no,
form.
no. I do get what you're saying. It is
Yeah.
like it's more of a neighborhood thing. And
Yes,
Boston
exactly.
is a city. You can walk.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I said you can't put this category for everybody.
Yeah.
This is for an event. This is specifically for
And everybody got to decide
international.
whether they wanted to.
Yeah,
or
like
not,
this is
so.
internationally. So it's not like, for instance, if Lowell starts staying open at 3 a.m., oh my God. That, I would say no. Like, no. Like, go home. 1:30, go home. Like, if I was a police officer. But the city, that's so different. There's exchange students that I was just talking about. There's people coming from internationally. It's global. This is happening. You just said 100 and how many?
101 games.
Come on now. That is this is global, like I just said. So this is not because you want to be out at 3 a.m. and you have the like.
And it's a big draw for young people too. I mean, it is very expensive to live here, and a lot of people, I mean, as reported, are leaving the city because of that specifically. So at least if they're not going to leave, at least they have the nightlife. They also named nightlife as a reason why they're.
I got to ask, is nightlife still affordable? Because honestly, I have not paid a cover charge since
No,
forever. Because I'm like a DJ or friends or
Yeah.
doing
There's
something.
cover charges.
I mean, the cover charges still fairly reasonable.
No.
No? Okay.
No. The cover charge is usually, I would say, if you're going to go to a club, their best bet is to get a ticket online first. Because chances are they'll have like an artist there. So you'll want to get a ticket for that artist. Because if you show up and then you pay the cover, they'll likely charge a bunch more money for the cover
Okay.
at the door. So
That's saying if there's an artist there. If there's no artist there, it's just a regular club night. Let's say, okay, price of movie now, let's say $15 a ticket. We're
think
talking
so.
what, 25, 30 for cover now? Roughly?
20.
20?
I would say, average, I'd say for a ticket for an artist is like 30.
Okay.
I do think that the clubs are like selling like covered tickets for just like a random or any like local event. But I will say that a lot of the clubs do a before 11, you get in for free if you're
Okay, just to
if
get
you're-
them
if you're-
going or
yeah,
something
if
like
you're-
that.
for the ladies. And
So
definitely.
they expecting more of a 12 o'clock crowd for the cover charges. That type. That's what. Of course, they make their money with the alcohol sales and things like that. So, said they'll if they get them in before 11 o'clock, they expect them to be buying something at the bar.
Yeah, but
at
that's
that
the
point to cover
other
that.
issue. There's a lot of young people that are not drinking anymore. So a lot of
Yeah, that's a
the-
good
The
point.
bars and clubs are actually losing a lot of money on alcohol sales. So,
Hmm.
so that's why it's like a big. But that's like not only here. That's everywhere around the world.
Okay.
Actually, it's very interesting. It's a big.
Are they offering more like mocktails or some
yeah.
substitutes?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say not. I would say not at the clubs that I know of. But then again, I've never bought a mocktail, so definitely at the bars, the bars and restaurants for sure. There's actually a whole bar dedicated to mocktails now.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming they have to charge a cover charge because they'll lose out on the
I
liquor
don't know about
sales.
that place. I'm not sure about that place. I
No,
think
we'll
it's
have to
just
find out.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting to talk more about that, is because, like you said, this generation coming up now.
I love this new
It's
leaf.
your generation, Marlena. Gen
I
Z.
love this new leaf, and why I say and why I'm passionate about it. Do not get me wrong, Stephanie.
No.
I really respect the fact that these people made a business and they have to make money. They have to put food on their table. 100%. I completely agree. The difference is that you got to understand. Like, I live in the projects. Okay, still live in the projects. Am I gonna live there forever? No, I'm living there for now. The difference is that if you're putting liquor stores in low income areas, you're not doing nothing for them. You're not doing anything for them. So that's why for my generation, we're seeing this, what it has done to our generation, not further. It's been
previous generations.
well, that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like, this goes way before me. Like, so now after me, when my kids come along, I'm not going to be drinking in front of them because I had a long day. I'm going to be like, let's go outside and let's go play with the dirt, because that's how I learned. I learned go
Okay.
play with the dirt, and socialize, be around people, be in the grass,
Same.
talk to
Well, you're gonna be doing a
people.
lot of laundry, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'd rather
Rather
be
do the
doing
laundry. That's
laundry
okay.
than and cleaning up puke.
Yes,
right?
oh, that's very good.
Like,
Good visual.
Very graphic.
very graphic. But that's the thing, when
But yeah.
someone is having like
That's real life.
you work in the hospital. I worked in the psych ward for a year and a half. So I saw what alcoholism has done to the brain.
So in other words, that message is getting, just like with cigarettes over the years, they don't smoke as much anymore.
I heard that cigarettes are coming back.
Are they coming
actually.
back? Wow, for changing one vice for
Well,
another,
this is
which
the
is
thing.
actually worse. I don't know.
People have their thing, right?
Yeah.
They do have their thing, and that's fine in moderation. The difference is that you have to have a pause button. Like,
Yeah.
if there was a pause button on us, maybe things would work out and people would have tranquility in a lot of places.
I do agree with you though. I mean, I do like the trend of the less alcohol and thing, because I think it's kind of interesting, and it's almost funny how the nightclubs and the bars have to change their whole approach. They have to think outside the box, and they have to adapt to this new generation, and it'll be interesting to see how
Interesting.
I love that
people
you just said
are
that.
going
Now,
to
if we
adapt.
had this venue that has mocktails, would they be required to go under the same rules of the 2 a.m. close if they're not serving any alcohol? I know that the entertainment license is different too, but I'm wondering if more of them pop up, if the city says, well, geez, they're not really serving alcohol, we don't mind if they stay open till 3 o'clock or something like that. I'm wondering if more of those pop up, it might change the industry as well, in a sense.
I found a solution. I like what you're saying, but that's something
I'm
where
just putting a question.
No,
out.
that's
yeah,
a really good.
that is a
question.
big
I don't know
question
how
mark.
I get
I wouldn't
that.
really have anything to answer
Yeah,
that
maybe Corinne can
or a
something.
question. However, I found a solution on what the people are doing, at least the ones that are selling alcohol. How about you keep the food going instead of shutting down at 10 or 11? Shut down
some
at
food.
12:30,
Sell
1
some
p.m.
mozzarella
12 a.m.
sticks.
Jeez, where did you hear that idea?
Because I just recently went, me and the
That's
girls.
kind of what I said earlier, but that's fine.
Me and the girls
Okay.
recently just went out,
Mhm.
and this was like a girls' night out, and we needed it. We were all hard workers, so we were like, we just all came out of work, and we were like, let's go real quick. There's
Sure.
nothing in the neighborhood. So when we were out, there was this new spot that I haven't went to, and they lasted until 2 a.m. But they kept the wings going until 1:30. Best believe I took some wings and French fries home, and I was eating it down the street. I didn't care in my neighborhood.
They should. That would be.
That is
Well, I mean, that's-
amazing.
It's up to the venue if they
How-
want to serve
imagine
food
how
or
many
not.
drunk people would get some food at the end of the night.
I think that will stop a
Yeah,
lot
but then
of.
you would have to have
Oh.
a whole kitchen.
We
You'd
were
have to
always in the.
But that's the thing. Why not?
the food trucks.
Or a food truck. Help out another business. You know, I'm thinking a lot of avenues just opened up in my mind right now, because it's just to the point where if you're complaining about the bar, at least feed the people. Why would you want to and if you're not feeding the people, but then you're complaining about, well, at least the city, there's a lot of accidents, drunk drivers, people are dying because of these situations and stuff. Feed them, and then the police officers will wait outside of the bars or these clubs,
So it's
waiting,
similar. It's a little similar to what I said earlier.
waiting
about
to
serving
arrest
food.
these people, because
Well,
it's like,
unfortunately about the money. If they're not going to make money doing that, they're not.
Yeah,
gonna do
that's the
that.
problem, I guess.
So
But I figure if they figure a way to do this and make
well, they're
it
not waiting
profitable,
for people, but
they could figure out how to.
they-
Because they're gonna have to.
they're going to have to.
They
If they
have
want to
to
do
if
this.
they don't want.
And by
to.
the way, Marlena, in my generation, we would always be eating after the clubs.
Come on.
Always.
But this is the thing. Michael.
IHOPs were always packed. Chinatown was always packed.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God, yes.
Okay, I respect the police officers that actually want to make this place a better place of living, right? It's the ones that purposely get, like, that this person just went out. And of course, you don't want them to drink and drive. There's other avenues like Lyft, the train, the bus, all these things, right? Or calling a friend or having a designated driver. But it's coming to the degree where if you're parked out of a club, all these people are coming out, that they're off the rocker. So continue to do the crowd control. And then you're catching them down the block because that they just drove. So it's about the people understanding, like putting two and two together. Like if you're going out and you're driving and you might just get pulled over.
Well, that
Well, that goes
why
back
they
to
need
personal
extend the
responsibility, like I said.
MTBA.
You know,
they
the
need to,
yes,
they
they
need
need
to
the-
extend public transportation, and also, personal responsibility. But like, who has that?
Well, I hope they have it. That's the whole point. If they don't have personal responsibility, then I actually agree that they shouldn't have 3 a.m. closings. It's as simple as that.
That's
if you
what I'm
can
saying.
behave, then you deserve 3 a.m. closings. Okay.
think if there
you don't
were-
behave, then you don't deserve them. Period.
Yeah, I think for the most part, people have been well behaved enough for the city
For the
to
most
be like,
part,
okay,
yeah.
fine,
Thank
we'll
you.
try it.
Thank you to the ones that
So
do.
yeah,
Yeah,
we
exactly.
can do this. Guys.
Thank you for
We can
being.
do this.
And I don't mean every police officer. When
Responsible.
I even said what I said, like I'm talking
No,
about the
no,
ones
no.
that do.
Yeah.
Well,
great.
they're doing their job. If these people go out drink and then
Yes,
go right to
considering.
driving, these people are doing their job. They're trying to prevent any problem, any harm to them, any harm to the person, and any harm to the
Nightlife
public.
is tough all the way around.
Okay. Yeah.
That-
Well,
it's very complex, and what Michael said, I completely agree too, and I can be a little biased about some things, and that's okay. It's just more of the fact that it's
They need to extend they need to extend public transportation.
make
That's
sure
what
you.
they
I guess that's the takeaway from tonight.
Yeah, I guess the problem solving here is making sure the train lasts longer, having food last longer, and put these prices down. Like, I think that's like the thing too. 'Cause
Yeah, the cost of drinks I know has gone sky high.
come on,
Yeah, that really has gone sky high.
that's the only thing.
$22 now.
Wow, that's the average price for a drink.
Like that's
Shot.
wild.
Alcohol.
man.
Yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
And how do you expect people to drink?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they stopped drinking. It's just too
Yes.
expensive.
That's exactly why they stopped.
During-
Okay.
I
All right.
can
Well, that makes
literally-
perfect sense.
Literally, people my age right now are either in school, working 2 or 3 jobs, taking care of their family, taking care of their
and
dreams.
nobody's making enough money to.
And you expect them?
Yeah, but these costs, like I feel like people are not making enough money to keep up with the prices of of all of the cups, because you don't only have a cover charge, you have then the cost of the alcohol, and 2 drinks now is $50, which is crazy. So you have
Plus
$50. Then you have your Uber ride. If you hopefully you took the train there, but then you take an Uber ride home, and sometimes if there's surge pricing, that can be up to $40 to
Let's
$60.
say even if you're driving, the amount of cost for parking in the
If
city
you're
is
driving,
unbelievable
parking.
these days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, there's all kinds of different scenarios here.
Right.
Yeah, I can imagine that a night out now is probably 10 times what it used to cost back in the 80s when I used to DJ. Yeah, so that's pretty sad. That's pretty sad. Okay. Yeah, we used to $5-10 drinks back then. Cover charges maybe $5 to $10. Depending on the night or whatever. So yeah, you could get away with $20 or $30 for the whole entire night.
That's why a lot of people are trying to have free events now, like this Boston Open Decks and Tiki and Women Out Wave.
Let me bring up their flyer again, so we can show what's happening there. Now, where is this going to be actually?
This is going to be at Naco Taco.
Oh, there it is, up in the upper left-hand corner. Okay.
Yeah, Naco Taco. That's in Cambridge. Same owner as Smoot Standard, and the owner of Smoot Standard and Naco Taco has been very gracious to the people in the community trying to throw events. And so I think it's really important, especially because now events people can't really rely on alcohol sales, which was a big negotiating factor for a while. It's like, I can guarantee for you guys, especially with Swim Boston and everything. It's like, you used to be able to say we can guarantee the certain amount of alcohol sales, but you kind of can't guarantee that anymore. So where are you going to get the money to do that? But people also can't afford to pay a $100 ticket. So anybody who's willing, like Naco Taco, Smooth Standard, like anybody who's willing to host events like that for free, we love them. So
great.
Thank you to them.
Are you going to be at Swim Boston?
I will.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, definitely.
So just there we go, right there. Swim Boston, Boston Harbor Distillery, and yes, they definitely serve alcohol because they make it. Okay, so yes,
that's the difference. They make this.
They make this alcohol. It's all made with love, and they have so many different brands, different types of alcohol.
And if you want to see their production, you gotta really see what's going on over there, like how they make their alcohol.
Yeah, they have the whole distillery right there.
Yeah.
And the VIPs get to tour it.
Oh, perfect. Also, I just wanted to say too that your guys' production of the fashion shows, I had never been to a fashion show until last year, and that was, I know it's crazy, and just if anybody's looking for an experience, because that's a trend now with nightlife. People don't want to go to the nightclubs anymore because they're looking for experiences. And if you're looking for an experience, like a fashion show is it. It's so awesome. You get to see all of these new designers that you've never heard of before, but that are also your neighbors and your friends. And they're amazing. They're so talented. And then maybe you can even be a model.
You never know. This is why we do what we do. It's essentially because there's so many events, right, throughout the year. And
this is so awesome.
The thing is that everyone wants to be awesome, Stephanie. And we want that for you. We want that for everybody. But we deserve to be awesome, too. And that's the thing about being awesome. And
we're just the most awesome. We want you to be awesome.
Well, we're going to be all awesome together on June 28th. Like I almost said January. June 28th, we'll be all awesome together at Swim Boston. Thank you, Stephanie, for coming by tonight. We really appreciate it. Good insight on the nightlife industry and where we might be heading in Boston if we play our cards right. So, and yes, people at the MBTA, let's pay attention. We're really counting on you to start seeing the value of staying open later, especially on Friday and Saturday nights.
And the restaurants.
Let's make Boston an international city
yes,
destination.
And thank you to all the restaurants that are staying open until 3 a.m.
Yes, exactly. All right. Well, that wraps it up for us. We'll be back next week at the live on the Marina Bay Boardwalk with
June 16th.
Eat, Drink, and Model. And Marlena will be on the runway, and we'll be doing a live broadcast with Leah. So that'll be fun, too. Until then, we hope everyone has a great weekend and stay safe and enjoy some football World Cup. Okay. Good night, everybody.